Do you want to move and stay in California, but you're afraid that you might lose your low tax base? If you are 55 or over or your spouse is, you need to see this. If you've thought of moving but you are frightened at the prospect of your property tax increasing, I have a proposition for you. Well, a couple. 60, 90, and 110. You might already be aware of these, but let me give you some information about them which might make it more attractive. Most homeowners know that when you purchase your house, this number becomes your tax base. And generally your property tax that first year is 1% of the purchase price. And each year your home is assessed for approximately 2% more increase each year. And then you're taxed on that 1% of that price. This was due to Proposition 13, and you can learn more about that in this video here. For those of you who have owned a home for many, many years, this alone can make it financially impossible for many, which means that you wouldn't be able to afford your new taxes at your new home if you were to move. So here's a quick, brief history on the propositions. Proposition 60 was enacted into law in 1986. It allowed for a one-time transfer of your home's current tax base to a replacement property of equal or lesser value after the age of 55 of either spouse, providing that the property replacement was located within the same county. So let's say you live in Hayward in a 2-story, 2,500 square foot home, and you want to go to Livermore, let's say, to a 1-story home. Now, as long as the new Livermore home is equal or lesser of the sale price of your home in Hayward, you can keep your tax base of the Hayward home of the number when you bought it. Your taxes are not going to increase. Now, the local assessments may change, such as school bonds and such, but generally we call those about 0.25 to 0.5%, depending upon the area. Those might change a little bit because you move from one city to the other. Now, Proposition 90 allows for the transfer of a base year value from one county to another in California, but it has to be one of the 10 counties that participate. So it acts the same way as Prop 60, except you can transfer your tax base from one county to another. Now, as of November 2018, the following 10 counties have an ordinance enabling this inter-county base year transfer, and they are Alameda, Los Angeles, Orange County, Riverside County, San Bernardino County, San Diego, San Mateo, Santa Clara, Tuolumne, and Ventura counties. Finally, Prop 110 passed in 1996. This extends this tax relief to permanently disabled people, whether they are 55 or not, actually. So the good news is if you want to move your tax base, you can. The bad news is that you need to either move within your county or one of the 10 reciprocal counties. You could move within them also. Now, here is where the fine print comes into play. As I said, some of these things, but now I want to put it all together. So number 1, the claimant or the claimant's spouse must be 55 or older when the original resident is sold. Number 2, the original residence must have been eligible for the homeowner's exemption either at the time it was sold or within 2 years of the purchase of construction of the replacement property. Number 3, the replacement property must be the principal residence and eligible for the homeowner's exemption. Number 4, the replacement property must be equal or lesser value than the original property. Number 5, the replacement property must be purchased or built within 2 years before or after the sale of the original property. So if you think you can abide by these rules, you are gold. So start packing your bags. If you think that this might apply to you, there are several helpful publications which exist on the State Board of Equalization website, or you can consult with your tax or legal advisor, and I will link the description to the State Board down here. If you've been holding back on making a move to retain your home's current tax base, it's nice to know that you have some options. I'm Casey Serafino-Lee, your local realtor for the Hayward area. If you enjoyed this video, I would really love it if you would subscribe to my channel down below. If you liked this video, you might like this video, or this video, or this video. And be sure to check out some of my helpful links in the description below. See you on the next one.